Hello vintage lovers, today I'm gonna review the Luxman 700X. This is how you write it. Okay. Well, this is a very small amplifier. It almost, well, let's show you the inside. You can see how small this thing is. Even the caps are very, very small. But the nice thing from this receiver is that it is very easy to recap, because the bottom side of this thing is just the print plate. So if you take off the bottom and the top, you can start. You don't have to remove any wires from this print plate before starting to solder those new caps in. So this Luxman 700X is very good to recap, a very nice amplifier to do your first recapping job. So the inside is very simple. It don't have a speaker relay, so this is another sort of amplifier, and as you can see, it's very simple build quality, very easy to repair. Anyway, I will put the hood on so you can see how it looks with the hood on. And here we have the amplifier complete with its box, and it is really chic, this color, this nice dark brown rosewood, very nice. And it's not massive, no, you can see it here in the corners, it's veneer, but that doesn't matter, it is quality veneer, it's very good. And after all these years, this wooden veneer is still intact, as you can see, very, very, very nice. Okay, it's a small amplifier, but yeah, this thing is not that powerful, but it is a very popular, and it is not a cheap amplifier, and that's because of the sound. And the sound this thing produces is very, very nice. My very first Luxman, I never had a Luxman before, so I didn't know the sound, and this thing really shook me up, and I didn't expect much of this small amplifier, but let me show you. This is the power on button.
A1. Daar is de helft van het grote Hoeflaken de verbindingsweg naar de A28 richting Zwolle afgesloten.
As you can see, the treble and bass is separate for the left and right channel. You can plug in 4 speakers, but you can only play 2 speakers at the same time. So or you play the main or you play the remote speakers, okay? And what more we have here? Well, this is the treble, and this is something for the bass. You can it doesn't have loudness, that is strange, but yeah, we have the bass and the treble, that's enough. And have a tape monitor switch, a in-tone switch, and I don't know what is this, but okay, let's check out the sound. Come on, and enjoy this sound, because this is really nice.
5. En als laatste de A73 richting Nijmegen. Dat wordt gecontroleerd bij 22,7 en bij 28,5. En voor de snelheidscontrole op de N-wegen kun je onder andere kijken op qmusic.nl. Het is weer tijd voor barbecue. Daarom nu bij uw 2000 voordeelslager Kies & Barbecue. Kies 3 bakjes barbecuevlees uit het Kies & Barbecue assortiment. Bijvoorbeeld hamburgers, speklappen of chasliks. €6. En dat de hele zomer lang. Te geven en te krijgen. Te koop bij ACO, Primera. In aanloop naar de finale is zijn single Hou van mij zo vaak gedownload dat het vandaag binnenkomt op nummer 3.
that was the radio test, and it's not a cable radio, of course, just the air radio. And well, this thing really sounds nice. I love this sound. This Luxman, it really surprised me. The sound is so complete. It is so nice. It is a very sweet little amp. And even though there's no loudness, because I love this loudness on these old amplifiers, but even though there is no loudness, the sound is good. And with this separate bass and treble, you can perfectly arrange your speakers how you want them to sound. And really, this thing is small, this thing is sweet, this thing is nice looking, and this thing is nice sounding. I now understand why these things are so expensive. I didn't understand, really I didn't understand people, why do they pay so much money for such a little lightweight amp? But I understand, because let's be honest, most of us, we don't play loud music. We don't need those big heavy amps. No, we have enough. This thing, if you play it on half, it's too much. It's too much. So even in a small apartment, this thing will never come over half. I think most people will play this thing between here and here. They don't even come to the half, because I just play it on here and it sounded very loud. So this thing have enough power. And of course, this is true. When I put my big 50 watt channel Marantz on, well, you feel that it is a big amp, because even if you play that thing low, you feel the power of this amplifier. But the price is of course much cheaper than my Marantz. Earlier I reviewed a Pioneer SX300 with this 2x7 watt, and to be honest, that Pioneer sounds better than this one, and that's because that sound is more open. And well, this thing is not bad, it's a good sounding amp, but the earlier reviewed Pioneer SX300 receiver, that is a receiver, this one is an amp, it is sounding much better than this one. It is a more open sound, it have the bass, the treble and the mids. This one is nice sounding, good sounding. This receiver isn't worth the money they ask or they pay for. It's a nice sounding receiver, I don't argue with that, but I argue with the price. The price people pay for these things, it's not worth it. This thing, in my eyes, can never be more than 40 euros. Yes, 40 to 50 US dollar. I see this thing sometimes go over 60, 70 euros. And that is strange, because for 70 euros, 60, 70 euros, well, I don't want to say what you can buy for 60, 70 euro, but with vintage stuff you can buy a lot for that money. So it isn't worth it. It's worth 30, 40 max, and that is the max in my eyes. But who am I? If you want to have the amplifier because of its looks, the looks is very nice. I love the looks, I love the chic rosewood, and okay, this is also worth some extra bucks, but is it worth 60, 70 because it have a nice looking hood? No, I don't think so, because for me the most important thing from a amplifier is its sound, and it doesn't matter if it have a nice wooden box or a nice front plate with shiny knobs. Of course it's important. I don't want to have an ugly amplifier, but what you pay for this small thing is in my eyes too much. It's, yes, I think there are better sounding amplifiers out there. Just try them out, and I'm sure you will be happy with another brand, because Luxman is a good brand. I will review the bigger amplifiers and receiver of this brand. I will score them and I will review them, and probably those amplifiers and receiver sounds much better than this one, and that's why this small amp is so expensive. It is common that once a brand have a big and good name, even the smallest amps and receivers from that line and from that brand are expensive. And maybe these smaller amps and receivers are not that good as their bigger brothers. Don't let them fool you by only the name. Never buy on the name. This thing don't even have the VU meters. I love those vintage amplifiers with VU meters and power meters, and this one don't even have those. And so, well, it's what you want. One thing I can say from this Luxman, is very easy to repair. So even if it let you down, it's simple to repair, and maybe that is one of the big advantages of this small amplifier. So this said, this was the end of my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, please put those thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe on my channel, and for now I say bye bye.